Welcome back to the Unpleasant Thoughts Podcast. I'm your host, Shampoo, a.k.a. Big Shampoo.
And it's your boy, Sly, the guy, no lie.
And we got a very special guest with us today. She has her own podcast. Let them know who you are and where they can find you. And tell them about yours.
Okay, hi, my name is Queen, and this is not Queen Talks, but that's the name of my podcast.
Where they can find you.
You can follow me on Instagram at queen.talks202.
All right, thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming. We needed this because we haven't really done like a topic-based joint at the minute. We was kind of interviews.
Fucking hiatus.
And now we doing interviews. I don't know what the hell we was doing. We forgot that we was
a podcast.
Thank you for coming through, but man, check it today. How y'all feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling great. Just right now, I'm just feeling great. Just mentally right now, I'm just on the coast, like no ups and downs right now. I'm just taking every day one at a time. Like, whatever it is, and whatever it ain't. That's how I'm taking life right now.
Okay, I'm feeling good. It's a nice day. Hopefully, I can go for a nice walk later. And that's about it. I'm feeling okay.
Shit, I'm feeling real good, man. My son just came home. My little nigga got hit by a car, got ran over, and shit, he ain't get right back up, but he was walking the next day, you know what I'm saying? He ain't break nothing. No, you know what I'm saying? No organs ain't, you know what I'm saying, messed up. So, I'm as good as I can be, you know what I'm saying? I got like a good, big smile on my face. I feel happy because, you know, my shawty a soldier. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Plus, we hosted our first show.
Yeah, that's right. We did host our first show.
Yeah, you got that shit?
Yeah.
The crowd is not the crowd we thought, but it was a good crowd. We loved it. They got the Martian in the crowd. I was like, oh,
shit,
man.
they tried to shut the joint down 3 times.
Yeah, the police came. Yeah. Look, the police came to the joint about 5 times.
Yeah, about 5 times.
They got like 3 warnings.
I
got like citation too.
It was the
that motherfucking citation.
Yeah, they told them, man, they got paid. So he was like, all right, fuck it, we paying. We about to keep it going then.
Might as well can't fucking do the same crime.
Then they had white people up on the balcony with the binoculars.
That was some real. What they call it? Those neighbors.
What are they doing down there?
All the time they're saying the music good, but it's too loud. That's all the neighbors complain about. It's too loud.
I ain't gonna hold you. Unpleasant Thoughts hosted event got shut down by the cops, man. Shit was lit.
Damn, there wasn't even any black people that get shut down. It wasn't even racially profiled at all.
That's probably why they really get shut down.
Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit about your podcast and what you do over there.
Okay, so basically I talk about social and community issues, and I'm basically trying to help my community learn how to express themselves and find solutions to the problems they're having at the moment instead of dwelling on it or just talking about it. Like at the end, or maybe I'll do a 3-part series, I want to have some type of solutions, some type of resources for the problem that the person is having. Whether that's mental, physical, like sometimes people just need a job. Like sometimes you just need some type of connection to push you forward and make you feel some type of hope. And I don't want to get hope the church way. I don't want to get it like everybody use your brain and come up with your own path type thing.
So what's some of the I guess most common issues you come across, like people have?
I'm going to start a self-care series that's going to have it's going to be a group of events happening at separate times because people don't know how to take care of themselves. I feel like that's the root to all of our problems, is that one, we dwell on whatever we're feeling at the moment instead of breaking it down, acknowledging it, and moving on. Like, once you might feel it for the moment, like say something bad happened to you, you know, you might be even cry for that day, and you just move on. You didn't even have a conversation with yourself, which people think is crazy. You ain't write nothing down, trying to figure out what made you feel this way. Why did you cry? Like, if you had an emotional response, your eyes started to leak because your body is feeling so much. So you didn't even break down why you was crying. Why did you feel so much pain? You know, what made you actually feel this? You just move on, and then it comes back up in another situation. Like a relationship with your girlfriend or a relationship with your boyfriend. You might be triggered because you never acknowledged the original problem.
You come back and be like, you know what? One thing was this and the second thing was this. But I never knew that. Like,
Yeah,
bitch, all that shit.
Right, somebody could come to you and say, you know, I ain't like the way you talk to me our last disagreement. The person who never acknowledged your problems, they'll feel attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're going to feel like somebody coming to them and expressing to them how they feel is an attack on them. It's not an attack. You know, you just made somebody even cared enough to tell you, you made me feel some type of way. I'm trying to work on it. That is important parts of relationships people miss out on. So I really want to teach people how to take care of themselves. And whatever that look like to you, to me, I might spend a little money. To me, I might go for where I like to go to a picnic. I do a lot of stuff by myself too. I got friends. I don't just do it because that's what I gotta do. But I like to choose to take time by myself. Do things I never did. I started going to the spa a couple months ago. I might get like a little massage. Or I do things that don't cost money as well. I might ask my friend, like, y'all want to do like a paint and sip? We can get a $5 to $10 bottle of wine or a little bottle of liquor or something. Put some juice and some fruit in it. We got a event. We got a situation. You know, something that make us feel good. In the middle of that, we might talk about whatever our nigga, whatever he said at the moment, or you know, whatever the people at work made you feel low about yourself this week, whatever that is. But self-care looks like whatever you wanted to do, but people don't like. I grew up in my mom was single most of my life. In a sense, kind of like you were saying earlier, she didn't really bring no whole lot of niggas around, you know. It was just my young brother's father and one other guy that she known her whole life. So with that, it's just kind of like growing up in it was like a lot of cut of communication. Like, we didn't communicate a lot, you know. It was just, you know, do what you gotta do, go to school, go to work. She taking care of us in all departments, from clothes, food, make sure we got what we need, but it was no discussions about emotions. How are you feeling today? I'm a nanny, y'all. Like, I work with a lady who really love her kids verbally. It's not that your parent might not express to you how they actually feel, but she expresses to them. She let them express themselves. Sometimes she got 11-year-old daughter be tripping sometimes. Y'all, I'm talking about, she flipping out. She had a bad day. She crying and shit. And her mother like, okay, are you finished? Are you okay? You know, what happened today that made you feel like that? I ain't never heard no shit like that in the household of none of my friends growing up.
Get over it.
I get
fucking
that.
crying for.
Exactly. So that
Nah, I
kind
get
of
that.
correlates
That's
with
all
that
right.
same idea I was just talking about of you feel the feeling in the moment and you just move on. Because you don't have no way of expressing it.
No way to outlet it, nobody. And if you do outlet it, it's like, oh, I can't help you.
Yeah, and I get that because that could be the same way. Somebody like, yeah, I know such and such love me, even though they might didn't tell you that.
Right.
Like,
Or
I know.
like, yeah.
But
or
hearing
like,
it would be.
okay, so how do you guys feel about hugs? Like, do maybe even your male friends, y'all might do some dive, give y'all each other a little hug.
Me personally, I was
yeah.
what's it called? Like physical touch. Nah, not really. I ain't, cause my mother, I know she loved me, but like all the hugs and shit like that, never did as a kid. All the kisses and all that, never did as a kid. It was just like, my mom, that's it. Like, that's just my mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so the emotional part of that, even like in relationships, I'm like, don't touch my face or certain shit like that. Like, don't, or look at me one, like, nah, don't do that, cause it just makes me feel off a little bit. Like, oh, you making physical contact with me. Wait a minute. So that shit is different. But for me now, though, cause I got a son, so I make sure I do this every day. I call him every day, talk to him every day. But like, I always make sure before I get the phone, I tell him I love him. That's one thing. Like, I know my mom, like I said, I know my mom loved me, but I never heard it enough. Till now I'm getting older, me and my mom talk all the time. I make sure I say I love her, I love you. Boom. Like, so at first it was like boom, 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 and then like my mom, she had a boyfriend, he had a son too and shit. And I heard him tell his kid he loved him every day. So now having a parent and shit, like my father was locked up, so now hearing that shit. And hearing somebody else tell their kid that shit, I was like, it's a little bit like, damn, you really love your kid like that. Like, you know what I mean? You love him. You tell him, not just show him. You tell him, like, I love you. And that should be different too sometimes. So like, hearing shit and feeling shit at the same time, it do be like a lot for me. Like, ooh, you really love me? Like, ooh, you really love me?
I get that for real. Cause I tell my son I love him all the time. We be like, he say I love you. He be fucking the L words. I love you too. But you know what I'm saying, I make sure I tell him I hug him. You know what I'm saying? I am saying, kiss on his forehead. I kiss his, you know what I'm saying, I kiss all of my boy, you know what I'm saying. But like, I don't know. I feel like the same. My mother didn't. I don't know. It wasn't really her. I wasn't really the whatever. Like she tried whatever happy type shit. But I know my mother loved me. But we didn't really say it a lot. But I ain't never questioned that because if I ever anything, shorty whatever. But the last time I talked to my mother, she ended the conversation with that and shit. And now I think back, I'm like, damn. That's the last thing we said to each other, but you know, it feel good though, because you know what I'm saying, it's not something I heard, but I ain't really need to hear that from her. Like, I ain't need the verbal validation from my mother, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe like if from a relationship, it probably whatever. It might be because like I don't know. Even in a relationship, sometimes you know I'd rather you show me that because you can tell me that shit, and then you do something that just like contradicts it. Like,
you ate my last piece of candy. No, bitch, you didn't love me. You ate my last ice
so I guess the verbal it feels good, but I'm not really one for it that yearns that because I prefer to, you know what I'm saying, show me more than tell me. Only probably because I'm a little scorned. Like motherfuckers done told me a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But it does feel good though, like when, you know what I'm saying, especially at a time when you need it. You know what I'm saying? Like no funny, like me and my baby mother, we ain't there, but you know what I'm saying, this shit with our son, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She told me she loved me, you know what I'm saying? We ain't, you know what I'm saying, I didn't love me, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that, but you know, we got the same kid, man, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up that this is why we here, but you know what I mean? You know, love is love though, you know what I'm saying? We got the same kid, man. You know what I'm saying? I was in love with you at some point, so you know what I'm saying, if I love you, I always love you. Yeah. Even if I don't want to be around you, or we ain't there, you know what I'm saying, I still love you.
Yeah. And I would say my mom associated love with being well taken care of. So if you have food, and I'm talking about, she bought us like nice of each item. Like we got nice food. We ain't just eating canned beans and shit around here. Like we eating crab legs sometimes. We doing our, like she would make it a thing, and then she made birthday specials for us. Like those were her ways. I guess the acts of service were her ways of showing versus her giving physical, saying I love you often. When she said I love you and she wanted a physical hug, I knew that she needed to talk to me about something. Or people talk to me. Like people get open with me.
So you was like, you know, when she said you knew something was going on.
Yeah, she needed to express herself. She needed somebody to talk to. So, that was more so about what it was. So I kind of like, that's kind of how I show people I care about them. I will do something very special for you. But my friends know I don't really like to be hugged or like, you know, don't really touch me until I'm into a space of like, I got a friend who liked to cuddle. Like she really liked to hug. Like we might be watching a movie and she might like lay on my shoulder or something. And I'm like,
get off me, please.
But you know what? It got to the point where I stopped like easing my way out of it, and it just like this is how she showed that she cared about. Like this is how that's how she expressed her love. Too, right, and it kind of gets to a middle ground or whatever. But I kind of started to get some type of realization about this issue that I was having with people physically, or what you were saying about people telling you like, oh, you know, they give you a whole list of things verbally that they feel or think about you. Those things didn't do it for me. It was when I wanted somebody to basically think about what I wanted ahead of time. Like it was some magical, imaginary expectation out of relationships at that point, because I thought what relationships were supposed to be is going to be reflected in every relationship that I have. And that's imaginary.
Hell yeah.
Like, that's not
true. So we want to go on that topic, the relationships. What do you think is the thing, perhaps, not that they've done, the thing that has held you back the most in relationships? Let's go with all of them. I'll start. I haven't been in a lot of relationships, honestly, so, you know what I'm saying? I think, personally, I don't know, it was kind of hard for me to connect. Like, I had told girls, whatever, it would be cool, we do what we do, but it was hard for me to connect. And I think when I started it, I felt like personally I got like too attached. Like I get, like I said, if I love you, I always love you. So it's just like they tell me they love me, and sometimes in the beginning they might show it, and then from there it's just like I'm there. But then sometimes after a while it doesn't really get reciprocated, but I'm still going off how I feel and not what's being shown to me. You know what I'm saying? I know we were at first, but we not there now. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of have relationships with women who don't express how they feel either. And I feel like sometimes they feel like I express myself too much. But personally, if I'm feeling some type of way, I don't want to keep it here. Like, I don't want to keep it here because this shit I might be mad as shit, bro. I want to tell you how I feel. And maybe it's the presentation of it. Because it might come out in anger or whatever the case may be. But, you know, I just feel like my problem was just getting too deep and then to the point, you know what I'm saying, I'm not really assessing really what's going on around me, you know what I'm saying. I love you, so I love you, we be together, we're supposed to be together, but I'm not really looking at what's going on in the whole aspect of things, you know what I'm saying. But I also, like, I'm not putting it on me, but I dealt with women who don't really say how they feel at the time, so when we do have perhaps a disagreement, and I'm saying how I feel now, all the other shit comes out at once on that end. And then I'm like, alright, bro, I didn't come here for all of that. We just going through this today. Just bringing up the shit from last month, last week. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Build a case in your ass.
Yeah, basically, I kept my evidence, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't really know the solution to what I should do because I feel like if I was fucking with you, you tell me whatever. I thought we both was all in. But maybe I think perhaps I should take it for what it is instead of what I wanted it to be.
Yeah, like, my thing in relationships is like, I've been like a long-term relationship person. So if I do lock in with somebody, I'm locking in with you, and I'm like a multiple chance person. So it's like, and I always do the, I got to do it to myself too. I be like, all right, man, I'm human. Fuck it. You mad this day, cool, you human. But I heard that nonchalant attitude do not get you nowhere.
It look like you don't have boundaries.
Like boundaries?
Yeah, like when you kind of like, oh, this person you just kind of excuse people's behavior for them.
Yeah.
It just looks like that. You might have boundaries, but to other people.
Yeah, so it's like people like, you really don't feel that way, but I do. I just can't express it. And if I do express it, I don't even feel right expressing it because it might not be expressed the right way. So it's like being in like long-term relationships, that shit did show me like, all right, cool. But at the same time, you just keep dealing with shit and dealing with shit and dealing with shit and dealing with shit. And then I usually get to a point I'm like, it's over. And that should be shocking. And I'm like, it's over? Like,
I'm like, you see in my face? I was like, what?
Like, it's over. Like, I was just like, it's over. They're like, damn. I'm like, nah, it's really over. Like, I'm a multiple chance giver, but like, when I'm done
You
with
don't
something.
know when the end is
See,
coming.
I've never been to break up or I always got broken up with.
Nah, I've been a
And
break
then-
upper.
And see, then, like I said, I dealt with people who can't keep shit to themselves. So, like, when they break up with me, I was like, where the fuck did this come from? Like,
So y'all basically are opposites.
Yeah.
Like, that's hilarious. That's not hilarious. Like, it's funny.
Nah, I
It's
got it.
like, y'all friends and y'all probably talk to each other about just different topics. But I wonder if y'all knew that about each other just now.
I mean,
I think so.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I think so.
Because
I feel like if any, I tell him shit first before I don't know.
he'll tell me, like, bro, you doing this, doing that. I be like,
Yeah, I even told him, like, bro, guess what the fuck I just did.
yeah, definitely. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. I
yeah.
sent this nigga a picture like 3 in the morning. I'm saying I'm wild.
I was like,
this nigga.
you drinking? Yeah, that's the liquor, man. That's the liquor. That's the liquor, man. That's not clear thoughts. And you still probably be like, if I know, I'm like, yeah.
I'm pleasant thoughts, nigga.
Yeah.
I would say right now, I would say holding me back is that I want to focus on myself, but men they don't understand. They think that this is a challenge. And just how I'm talking right now, maybe a guy pursued me in public. You know, they asked for my number. I might thought they was attractive. I didn't give them my number. That don't mean I want to be in a relationship. I think maybe women give off them type of vibes. Like every time they meet somebody, like their idea or intention is to, boom, let's try to make this a relationship or let's go into courtship. That's not my idea right now. So I'm meeting nice guys, very nice guys who got their stuff together and stuff, or they'll meet me right now and I'm like, I'm trying to focus on what I'm trying to do. I got a lot of stuff going on and I have a lot of stuff to heal from already. I'm telling niggas this. Why would you want a bitch who is partially, like I'm telling you, I'm partially healed. That mean I'm in the process of doing it, but I've been through a lot. And on top of that, I currently don't want a relationship, but I'm cool with being your friend. You know, we
That
can
friend word is like, damn, she friends on me before
not
I get in the
even.
zone.
I try to stay away from friends. Like now,
She put me in a place I ain't even trying to be in that place.
See, I think I can understand why it's tricky with that situation, because it's like, all right, I don't want to be in a relationship as a dude. I don't know, maybe he do look at it as a challenge, but he think she been through some shit. I don't want to be that. Maybe I gotta do this.
Challenge.
Maybe that's what I'm telling you. Say, all right, maybe I gotta do this because I don't really know what she want. Cause that's kind of.
I just told you I don't want to like literally not you, but I'm just saying I'm real clear. I don't want a relationship right now. I'm not even in like the vibe. I don't want anything from you. What is wrong with men? Men don't like that.
They don't. They be like, shit, I gotta make her
She said she don't want something. I know she was like this.
Here you go. I'm in the door. Nope. Ah, shit, the find something else. It's just a challenge.
I guess it is a challenge.
It is a challenge.
But the reason why I don't know, cause if I do get a girl number, I don't really know. I ain't really going into it with no expectations either. But she was like, I don't really want no relationship. That's cool. Want a friend? What kind of friend? There's different kinds of friends. Friend is not just but it's a big word. It's a big word with they're a whole bunch of different type of friends. We could be the type of friends that hang with all of our friends. We could just hang together and just do shit, but not know whatever type of shit. Just like actually hang together, or we could just type of friends that talk, type of friends that text. It could be the type of friends that sex. It's all type of different friends. So the word friend isn't really as
Clear.
helpful. Yeah, it's not clear. It's not as helpful as it might sound. Cause friend is a big word.
Yeah, some motherfucker trying to find out what zone they in.
Yeah,
I'm in this zone. I'm in this zone.
Friend is a big word. Cause I'm pretty sure friends with benefits is a thing.
They say the ladies.
No, I'm just trying to help the whatever.
What is the best like? I just feel like, and then I start giving out my number, right? But it's a middle ground between that. You might just want to just give a nigga a fake number. Or you might just want to give a guy your number. Because I don't get aggressive with niggas that ask for my number no more. I don't be like, no, like real like cold shoulder. Cause
motherfuckers, niggas be crazy these days.
Yeah.
They can't handle rejection.
I have like a cycle of messages. I got close friends, okay? I put my close friends like crazy messages that I got from guys that just got my number. Like, they could have had my number for a couple days, you know? We didn't even get to like the what you want stage of conversation. But they saying really rude or forward things, or they're saying like weird things that just like
hit you with you don't like me
no
no more?
social cue.
You don't like me no more?
How did we get to that? Like,
motherfucker, I didn't even respond.
I didn't even get a chance to get in the house and take my shoes off.
Like, I ain't even hold up getting girls number. I don't text them because I was like, I don't even know what the fuck.
Fuck, we'll go from here.
Yeah, I don't even like, we had fun, but I was like, I might go somewhere, but I was like, and I might get a girl number. I'm like, I don't even know. I might not probably text her. I don't even know what to say to her. I don't know what she I think, or what the fuck she thought when she gave it a number. I just might be like, fuck it. I got numbers in my phone that I don't even, like, ain't never used.
And I was just like, okay, hey, how are you doing? Are you busy? You know, you got time to have a conversation, you got time to talk. Like, these are all things you want to, like, it just depends on the type of woman. Because if she's a nice person, you know, even if she's not interested in the same thing you're interested in, she gonna let you know. You know, a bitch or a person who really wants something from you. Like, they might have seen something you got, and that triggered them to give you their number. That person that wants something from you gonna be able to tell. Like,
yeah, I had a girl ask me for the new Jordans the day after I got her number.
But you gotta think, like, what niggas is buying bitches?
I was like, bitch, I don't even got on Jordans. What are you talking about?
I feel like that guy goes like both ways. They'll be like, alright, so like, if you meet somebody, like, you might meet them off the physical, well, most people meet off the physical attraction, and then their personality usually come in with it and shit like that. So it's like, alright. Then you start, and I feel like everybody got an end game. Some people have an end game, like, alright, maybe I do want to deal with this person for a couple of months, this and this and that, get what I want, and gone. But at the same time, like say you deal with somebody who's healing at the same time, and you fuck around, step to that person's world, and reset their ass all over, and then you was just selfish with yourself, going back to your regular life. You be like, they'll have no kid in the world, they hold that person like this, and then that person who was probably genuine, probably kind, like, fuck every nigga, fuck all the bitches, like, they go right back in the hole, like, fuck them, like, I'm not dealing with nobody. But I've been in a relationship and like I never self-healed before this shit. Like I never had like a fucking mean break. It's always like bap. I was like, to the point I in a relationship, I was like, damn, I think I want to work on myself, and that kind of fucked the relationship up at the same time. Cause it's like, you working on yourself?
You're just gonna decide.
What about me? Like, what about me?
You working on yourself now? Yeah.
I see, but that might sound like something else to them.
Yeah.
You working on somebody else.
Working on
That's for real. That's hilarious.
Because all of a sudden now, nigga, you worried about you. I mean, I get that shit though, cause like a lot of times, like you don't really worry about yourself in a relationship. Like especially the times where like the relationship may be rocky, and you're the person that's trying to fix it. Yourself kind of becomes the bottom of the list for real. Like you say you trying to get this shit right, and you doing whatever you can to, you know what I'm saying, right it, but you driving yourself crazy trying to do this shit. Yeah. Like, I don't know, relationships are tricky, and I personally don't have the answer.
Nah, yeah, I would say, because just me personally, I'm a people's pleaser, so it's not even just a relationship.
I say, like, you come to me for relationship advice, nigga, you trying to lose.
Like, I'm a people pleaser, so it don't even got a relationship. I just like to please people and genuine, like just genuine pleasing people, to see people happy and shit.
Like, there's times I thought I was doing that motherfucker. Nope.
And it's crazy because I had a guy say, "What if you blocking your blessing right now?" And I told him, "Any blessing that's for me gonna come my way anyways." It's like if you are really a person with I don't want nobody with any negative intentions coming my way, let alone like somebody who if you want a relationship or you're seeking to get married right now, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not looking for that. Please move. Please go on. Please move on.
He call you
I'm not about to meet nobody on bucks and murder.
Man, people do that shit.
No, not even just off. No, I had. Okay, so I got out of I was in a long relationship up until the end of 2021.
How long?
Almost 3 years. Like that. I'm 24, so like 3 years. That's a chunk. I'm about to be 25.
I think my
my son 3.
I think my minimum longest relationship probably 6 years. Minimum 6 years.
That nigga's a relationship, nigga.
I was gonna say minimum 6 years is hilarious.
My longest is half. Fuck my baby mother was. I don't know. We wasn't. I don't know how long.
Yeah, I'm a bonder. I go straight to bonding.
Okay, so it depends. I had a relationship, but I was a side nigga, but it was like 5 years on and off, but it was
How the hell did you get in a 5-year on and off side nigga situation?
Females loud.
I don't know, she was my nigga. We was cool. Like, we was cool. She would be with me a lot of times more than with her actual boyfriend. And it was just cool.
That was just cool with you?
That she had a boyfriend? Yeah.
That you just was.
That's how I met her.
Like,
I met her, she had a boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? We was cool.
He said, I ain't got to change you now, shit, keep it going.
I mean, I don't know, bro. I was younger. I was like 20. I was younger, but it was cool though, you know what I'm saying? In the sense that she was my friend too, not before, but like we was friends, whatever the case may be, because we could be friends, because I ain't had to be a boyfriend.
Yeah, he say, shit, I'm a part-timer, man. I don't want to be
I ain't had to be a boyfriend. I think that's probably the reason why, like, you know, niggas probably be skeptical of a guy best friend. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you get the best parts of her and y'all, but without the worst parts. Like, me as the boyfriend, I might do all of that in the third, but she worried about the other shit that I'm doing too, and I gotta worry about her coming home mad, angry, whatever. But you as the best friend, you the one she come to talk to about it. You the one to give her advice, show her, tell her, reassure her. You know what I'm saying? You think that's the reason? That's the reason. If they question why, because it's like, you know, dang, what this nigga done did? He might not even go into it with those intentions, trying to do nothing with you. It's just y'all might connect off that friendship when y'all both might have something bad going on in y'all relationship. That man, this she comes to you, this nigga tripping, you go to her, yeah, shawty tripping too. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes y'all ain't got nothing but each other like that. So that's how that go. Like I ain't.
Is it okay for people to have female?
I got a female best friend. We ain't never do no shit
Me
like
too,
that. I'm saying we ain't never. I don't even.
I got a childhood female.
I don't even want to do no shit like that where like.
That's exactly how I feel. Like, don't even cross my mind. Like, it's just my best friend.
Like that's probably what I don't show since high school.
Yeah, I knew my fucking best friend since fucking pamper days.
I'm just like, but even in those situations, I feel like the length don't matter sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It depends. My best friend, she cool nigga, she ain't attracted to me. That ain't why she my best friend. But she just that attracted to me.
Yeah, so I think that's a good way to have a best friend.
A best friend that you're not attracted to.
but you know the thing is,
That's a safe bet.
but the thing is, it don't always work like that either because it don't even be about looks. Because this person, we have a connection because we friends. You got a male best friend?
I have a good amount of male friends, but I don't have a male best friend that I be like, best friend, what the fuck happened today? Like, I don't have.
Look, bitch, let me tell you what happened.
Alright. Yeah, nah, but I mean, if it's good, if it's just like strictly that, like y'all just
Yeah, no,
strictly
when my last relationship,
but it's
I
gonna be hard
had
for the partner
multiple
to
male
trust.
friends prior to that relationship. Matter of fact, the person I was in a relationship with, we had been friends since we was 17.
See, that's
So,
why
like,
niggas, that's why
He had a concerned issue. Like, it wasn't even a problem that he like made it a huge deal, but he was kind of concerned.
It's always in the back.
That like, what's the intentions of these niggas?
Now you get the niggas.
Was it certain people?
And I'm cooking for these niggas. Like, I'm cooking for all my friends.
I'm like, no, this cooking for the nigga. It's over. It's over.
I'm passing plates, all this shit.
Hold on. First of all, you got room for a couple more friends. I'll be your friend. Shit.
Like, I'm passing plates, so he like, how dare you? Like,
man, them niggas gonna be their own shit.
These niggas will be so mad if they heard you say this shit because I've been cooking for these niggas for the last X amount of years. Like, and it's not even on them.
Hey, friend, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, friend.
Hell yeah.
So was it certain people that were an issue more than others? Cause with a dude, I would say certain niggas, like when you meet them, certain niggas give different vibes
He
than
wasn't
others.
even willing to meet
them.
some of these.
I would want to be around him just to peep
That's
the
what I'm trying.
vibe.
Like, he just didn't even want it.
Just
He didn't
to
even
peep the
like
vibe.
fuck all that because they just gonna fake it. He like they gonna just fake
Nah,
like that.
I don't know.
Fuck with you.
What's good, bruh?
Nah.
But now they really trying to get close to you.
See, nah, I don't think it's that. I think
This
it's
is
that.
what he was saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, you tripping?
Oh, they trying to make me easy back off, so I'm gonna.
As the nigga, you play back, whatever. You just probably peep it. That's
I
what
think
I'm
it's because
saying.
niggas are so kind of like slick. They're kind of willing to go into a lot of situations. Kind of like what you was talking about with the girl. You 5 years on and off at some like, you know,
Her nigga knew about me though.
That's crazy though. This is why niggas be coming around thinking that crazy shit gonna fly.
They know about me, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? He ain't saying to me. He's get mad at her sometimes, but
That's why men don't. That's why you can't trust other men.
he used to get mad at her. But I mean, he was a police officer and shit. So
He ain't had too much time for
I
it
don't,
anyway.
I don't really think he was gonna do nothing to me. Maybe not. She got locked up for fighting this nigga one time. Came straight to my Bubba Joy.
I'm fighting the police over your boyfriend.
Yeah, bro, that shit was funny. She came smacking me.
He's like, yeah, I got a shoulder for you to come.
I just got out of jail. I was like, for what? So me and such was fighting. I beat her up.
Yeah, not for
I said, what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Yeah, he
Like,
can't lose his job.
I say, you know he a cop, right? Like, what you thought was going?
If he
Oh, you thought he was?
he wouldn't have let them put her ass in a look. He probably trying to teach this bitch a lesson.
Yeah, he probably was tired of her because of me.
Trying to teach her ass a lesson.
Probably, I ain't gonna leave you, bitch. I hate you.
Hey, tell that nigga to bail you out, bitch.
But I'm no.
I know you probably thinking that. Tell that nigga to bail you out. Tell him.
No.
See how much nigga really like you.
But the way I look at it, like, right, you know what I'm saying? You meet her friends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all chill. But you just might, sometimes, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I'm gonna go get something, whatever, and you just might peep how motherfuckers interact when they think you not around type shit. You see him Well, like I done met niggas. I be like, met a couple niggas. I don't think nothing bad. I ain't gonna. You could be wrong. But you as a man, you gonna assess it because niggas know how niggas is. Like I say, I got friends, all type of friends. I know what type of shit niggas be on. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm fucking with shorty. I'm trying to bust shorty down. We cool, blah, 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 blah. But, so that's why niggas be skeptical because niggas is niggas and niggas know niggas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
What's your, your thoughts on the marriage? Like marriage? Like say.
That's my only option if I'm gonna have a baby. Like if any man want me to lay down and have a baby for him, that's my only option, and you need to build me a house. Like this is my.
By hand?
Not him have to. He either gonna foot the bill, he gonna do it by hand. The Mexicans do it. The other cultures of men do these things. So I don't know why the expectation of a black woman who wants to be married, who want to have her own property, have something to, be comforted in, and to raise her. How the fuck you expect me to raise a child and I have to do all of these other things to ensure that a household work? That's too much work. I'm not willing.
I don't know.
I feel like maybe because we probably weren't raised like that.
Yeah.
I say go back to like I say, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know if that's just whatever, but the crack I be every different fuck motherfuckers that was alive, but niggas wasn't in the household from prison, dead, whatever. So like he say his father, you know what I'm saying, was incarcerated or whatever. So he may not, you know what I'm saying, see it as certain shit you doing everything by yourself. If I'm here, like you might feel like you doing too much, but he feel like I'm doing more than I had. I ain't have a father at all. Like I'm 3 years old, so my mother literally did everything herself. But if I'm here with my son, my baby mother done said I ain't whatever. I'm like, nigga, what are you talking about?
But have you ever asked her, like, how would you want me to show up for our kid? Like, how would you want, like, if
No.
you feel like you doing good enough, which is...
I'm gonna be honest, no, I never asked.
Maybe that should be something. Like, how do, like, well, bitch, if I'm paying for this, I pick the kid up doing this, I'm doing that and the other. How do you expect, like, what do you expect?
What more do you want from me?
That's the best, nice way to ask that question. Like, yo, what are your expectations? Do you want me to make the kind of
God
sacrifice
damn
that
it.
you making? It's a consideration.
But it just be like, nigga.
Now I feel like I said, the most, like you say, other cultural men do it, but I feel like at the same time, them other cultural men, they be like really controlling their women. Like I feel like, like as most black men, like
I'm trying
like,
to control a black woman. Man.
yeah, that's not gonna happen. Right? So like when they do get it, they do probably have financial stability to get this and get that and get that and get that. That's why like my generation of black people, like the people I grew up with, it's like we didn't have no fucking staple to even learn from. So when we come up now, I'm still trying to build a template. So when a woman be like, I need you to do this, like, man, I am still building the first generation of some wealth. I'm still trying to build a first generation, not a second generation. I'm trying to be the generation person that passes down. So you asking me this and that, I'm like, I am still getting this shit together myself.
And
Yeah, I don't know.
feel you. I can feel you on that part too. But black women are the only women expecting not to expect anything from their men on this level of providing.
I don't know
In a
about
sense, like I honestly think that because if you kind of look at all women, from Arab women to Hispanic women to Caucasian women, they might have, and you can't say that Hispanic women have the same backdrop as white women and Arab women.
Yeah.
They have struggled similar to black women.
feel like-
But what I mean, I'm not saying doing it the same that way that they do it, but it's about the mindset. Like if you are a man and you telling me, this is too much for me to try to build us a secure place for us to have a kid, I'm gonna tell you it's too much for me to lay on my back, risk my life, and push out a baby. We could just continue to keep having a relationship if that works. But I'm not sacrificing my health because black women die over 100%, 200% more likely than white women. And I don't know what the race is compared to Hispanic women, but that's off a statistic I read. So to be a black woman and to be pregnant in bad circumstances.
I blame them doctors.
It is,
They
but
be trying to
that's not-
exterminate us at the same time.
I don't know, man. I don't
Yeah, they be
really,
trying to exterminate us at the same time.
I can't really speak on none of the other like women from other races.
But no,
'Cause I personally don't deal with none of them. I wouldn't be in a relationship with nothing, but I can't say I wouldn't hit nothing, but I wouldn't be in a relationship with nothing but a black woman.
So why, basically, why does it seem like something difficult to do in the sense of if you're a black man who wants to be married? Do you guys want to be married?
No, I don't believe in marriage.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, well,
I
I don't
don't-
believe in marriage.
Why don't we in marriage? It's,
Mhm.
for me, I'm like, I'm committed to you, can't no ring stop, like, or make me even go harder, you know what I'm saying? There's no ring gonna be like, oh, this is a cheap blocker right here, this is stop everything, this gonna make us rich and shit. Nah, all it is another tax break, when I break it down, another tax break for the government and shit. And then you pay for the wedding, you do this and that, and then shit get rocky, then you ass in the financially debt hole, technically, depending on how big you want the wedding to be. See, if I do get married, I do want to have an extravagant wedding, because I want it to be the last shit I ever do in my fucking life. But if I gotta get remarried, that's a bill. Like, that's a bill. And then go buy a house, and then gotta go pay some shit to the ex-wife and shit, still gotta get out another wife. Fuck no. And then it costs more to get divorced than married. Now y'all there telling each other, what he do? How this bitch, now y'all there just shooting each other apart. Now y'all destroyed everything I done built, all that shit. It's gonna be
Can I
trauma.
say something about that? I want to say, like, even if I personally say I don't want to get married, I feel like that's going into it, looking at the negatives of it. Personally, like, you don't look at no other situation like that.
See, I look at
You go to the liquor store, I go buy this bottle, man, I could get drunk, I could go do some dumb shit and fall off the motherfucking drink, crash into some shit, blah, 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 or this, that, the third. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say going to it with the negative shit, but that's not me saying I want to get married either.
Nah, like, that's not, it's just looking at the output of certain shit. It's like, alright, like, there could be a
You don't
good
think there's no positives?
No.
Or they don't?
No, I don't. There's no benefit for me as a man. Like, it's not. Besides saying this is my woman, what I will do anyway in a relationship. This is my woman. Like, this is my woman. Like that would just be that and go. Then like the house and shit, do that, and then do shit like that. Once you get a house and shit together, that's a bill. That's a bill. Ain't nobody leaving them. I don't care how many times you argue. Do I want to be homeless, or do I just want to pay this shit together, or do I want to leave this woman in the home and just up and leave after we didn't put this shit together? Now or she could up and leave. Now somebody's stuck with this motherfucking house. Somebody's credit gonna be fucked up. Somebody's gonna hurt on the other end. Like,
so
So when you step
financial
into
thing,
all of your
like,
relationships thinking that they're going to eventually
I go with the flow type shit, but I know if shit get rocky, it can't go, and it's hard to really come back when the rocks pile on top of you. It can be rocky, you can slide on you want, but when that motherfucker cave you in, you caved in. You gotta get your own way out of it, cause the partner who was you depending on ain't gonna dig you out of it.
I don't really have expectations going into a relationship myself. I ain't saying I'm against marriage or want to be married. I don't really, whatever. But if I'm with somebody, you know what I'm saying, we together, and I intend for us to be together, whatever, and she want to get married, I can't say I would be against it at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been together, I won't use no whatever. Like, we've been together for 6 years, and she want to get married. And if I feel like I don't really have no intention on leaving, but that's what she want. You know, I ain't against it, I guess, in that scenario. But
Tennis change opportunities, man.
I ain't never
opportunities.
been with nobody 6 years. I can't really.
Well,
I don't know if that. I don't know. Women probably want that shit before 6 years though, to keep it 100 with you. But I be like, you feel like years. You might know a motherfucker, but the thing is, people could wake up tomorrow with a new motherfucker for real. And like I said earlier, I don't really know about other women, but I feel like black women ain't free though, in a sense. Like, you can't tell no black woman what to do.
But that's not.
You could try. Some of them do get controlled. But like, personally, I ain't about to
control you.
I ain't about to force you to just like
Why
I
does
say.
control have to correlate with
Not merge, but
those things though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, when the way that I view marriage, or the I guess the next step into a relationship, is that's why I put the baby thing out there. I feel like you are taking the same type of sacrifice I would take in my body. And if you happen to be a man that don't want a baby, I feel like that's even better. We can get married, we can hop across, do whatever we need to do. You know, if we had to struggle and we just us two, that's different than us having to struggle with a baby. You know, that's why I say the relationship, after we had that conversation, the relationship can continue to go depending on what we want from the future. Because for me, it takes a lot of sacrifice in my mind, especially I come from a single parent household. I know the things that she had to do when it came to finances and the type of struggles she had when it came to raising 2 kids. I don't want to have them struggles. I don't want to be in any insecure situation when it comes to a family. I want my family to be secure. So if you think that marriage is just a, you know, like a piece of paper type of thing, for me, it's a blanket of security. It's a security for my family, because if I can ensure that my child and I am taken care of as well as you, because if me and the kid are taken care of, you're gonna be good every single time. But if I can ensure, meaning me as a woman, because if you decide to up and leave, I'm the person left with the baby and the responsibility, and I'm going to be a good mom. So with that being said, I'm going to secure the things that need to be secured. When I say a home, you gotta go. If you know how to build a home, if a man went outside, if I told a guy that I was into it, he went outside and he just had a hammer and 2 woods together, like, I'm about to build you this home. It's not, like, we could make jokes on that shit, but we're gonna hire a fucking contractor if we can do that. If we gotta finance and go through a home buyer program together, we could do that. But it's about the mindset. Like, well, are you willing to give me that? Are you willing to sacrifice some of that for me? And I'm willing to sacrifice a whole lot for you.
Yeah, I know that. I learned that too. But like, you say, like having a kid and shit, even like trying to make this shit work without the merge, without that, you still got a broken home.
Yeah, that shit tricky.
You still have a broken home.
I say merge.
Like,
I
you can have a broken
merge
home.
from guarantee that y'all gonna be good after
Or
the kid.
or you can force the kid to fucking watch some traumatic shit in the household while y'all trying to make it work in the same household. Then you trap the kid in that bitch because nobody want to leave, but you can feel all the energy. You hit the door slamming, man, fuck you, all that shit. Pace gets on kid like this. Oh shit. Instead of one parent probably just had that kid in a situation where that kid ain't got to see that shit. Like me, I got my son, like, I take care of my son, so I ain't like, I'm the opposite of that.
Related what you said, though.
Yeah.
So like when people feel like I gotta do myself, like, well, I'm not the male because I got my kid, so technically I could be the feet because of the female switch. I could take care of my son. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a
So
lady.
it's like so like I raised my son like when me and his mother broke up. I told her off bucks. I'm like, he's staying with me type shit. Not to be spiteful or nothing, just because I want to raise the younger man. I want to raise the young boy. Never had a daughter. I'd probably be more. I don't know how to fucking raise no woman, you know what I'm saying? I come around, all this and that, but I can't teach her how to be a lady. I can't.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes you can't teach a man how to be a man. Like you say, sometimes you can't talk to your own siblings and family members that are males and shit because I don't get you, you don't get me. We got 2 different chromosomes. Like, and sometimes and men be more competitive with other men too, to the point they do go to a woman and be like, I just need some nurturing. This motherfucker trying to break me down. This nigga too mean. He tell me, shut the fuck up. I'm crying. Like my son, he's a crier. I'm like, bro, why you crying? That's the first thing I asked, why? You crying? He said, why? I just didn't want to know why you crying. He'd tell me why, but you don't need to cry for that.
Nah, bro.
You don't need to cry
That's
for
worth
that.
crying.
That's not worth
bro.
crying though.
But nah, I get all that because I had tweeted some shit not too long ago. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Certain kids never seen their parents love each other. For real. And I say people act like that shit is normal.
Yeah.
Like no funny, like motherfuckers be bragging about how much they don't fuck with their baby mama, baby father, and it's like, you know, the kid look at that shit differently. Like at the hospital, my son is like, I want to leave with mommy and daddy. You looking at the nigga like, alright, brother, figure this out. Yeah, we go. I'll take y'all home. We all gonna leave this motherfucker together. But you know what I'm saying? As far as after that, it's a different story or whatever. But you know, man, I'd say merge as far as when it comes to kids. Like if somebody who been through, like dealt with like the pregnancy, like shit wasn't easy on nobody. Her for sure. Like I know, like pregnancy ain't really, cause you say certain times she did shit I couldn't control, my hormones, whatever.
Hell yeah, I deal with that shit too.
But it's also like hard on the person you taking your shit out on, and like yeah, as a man, I get it, you going through some shit, but like I still have feelings, and the shit you did and said still has an effect. So it's just like I don't feel like merge is security in that sense, because some people can change to a totally different person.
Yeah.
And to the point that women don't know who they are going to be after the pregnancy. And like, yeah, we married, but I married you, you were this way, and after this baby, like you might go through postpartum, all type of shit. You don't even know who you are. A lot of women gotta find themselves again. You know what I'm saying? And some men will stick that shit out, but to some men, shit harder than it is.
Some men be like, damn, I was used to get my motherfucking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This,
like,
and that. What about me? What happened to my
life? It may not
life?
even be that extreme. It could be to the point like, bro, you always fucking yelling at me and cussing me out like if you mad and shit. Like I'm trying. I'm doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying as hard as I can. Everything I'm doing ain't perfect, don't get that fucked up. But like certain times I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? And you know, she may not, she angry. You may not want to be angry, but that's just where the shit taking her. Like, I just postpartum, like, good women kill their kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, they are not in control of their emotions because, like, if she right, she ain't gonna do no shit like that.
Yeah.
So to the less extreme point, might cuss this nigga out all the time, throw shit at him, do other shit. Like, yeah, I put up with it for a bit, but just cause I love you, you know what I'm saying? I gotta love myself too.
And I agree with that. I feel like based on the stuff that you was just saying, it just kind of sound like the way some of the people that you might have been would express themselves in a way that's harmful to you. You don't have to deal with that. That's not what I'm saying at all. I don't want you to ever, I don't want no man to ever be in a space where they feel like they can't express themselves or they're being emotionally or physically harmed by the stuff that's even, like people say words don't hurt, but they...
Shit, they the most powerful
Well, nah, they hurt, but then sometimes, it's not even just about them, it could be my reaction, you know what I'm saying? Say if she pregnant, she been whatever, blah, 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 and then if you react a certain type of way, at the end of the day, you probably gonna be considered the most wrong. As a man, you know what I'm saying? She be cussing you out all month. The minute you cuss back.
Yeah, the minute you say, bitch, she gonna look at you like, you never call me no bitch. The minute you be like, I'm tired of this shit. You start punching holes in the wall, she be like, this motherfucker destroyed the home. It's not your face, it's not your face.
I built this home.
I built this shit.
Brick by brick. Brick by brick.
I still gotta pay these bills, you still arguing with me? Fuck.
I built this home brick by brick, I'll break it down if I want to.
The same way we say, I'll brush it around, take you out, type shit. Hell yeah.
Build this house, I'll take it out. But nah, man, I mean, shit, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers, I would want everybody shit to work out for the best, but this shit just don't be black and white like that. And in the way I'm trying to put it, like, I don't want to say nobody's really at fault. It's just sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you pregnant, emotions, whatever, you going through shit, you do shit. People have emotions on the other end, they react to shit.
Yeah.
We can't really tell people how to react to shit we do. We can't tell people how to react.
Can't tell people how to feel at all.
We can come at them the nicest way we know how and then get a you ain't never say something to somebody and then you be like, what the fuck, bro? I ain't even mean it like that. Nigga, get the curve. Like, nigga, I dead ass was trying to help. Motherfucker done cuss me out. Call me all type of shit.
Nah, but that's how it is though. I feel like at the same time, it's like, what I learned about love is not how much the person really loves, how much you could take, like all the negative. Don't even worry about the positive. Just know it's negativity you can deal with. That's how you really know you love somebody. Like, if you could deal with this type of negativity here and there.
Don't put up with shit just to put up with shit.
Yeah, no, yeah, but at the same time, just also know that person probably still growing as a human being themselves. They probably trying to teach themselves how to act in a manner. But they probably still got the past traumas. Like, when you jump in a relationship and shit like that, past trauma should do, comes back up. It's traumatic and shit. So you be like, damn, this might have been like last time, whole time. It's not the same person. So you gotta sit back at yourself and shit like that. So one thing I did teach myself in relationships was don't say shit. Sometimes like, you ain't wanna do that. I'm not saying it because I gotta process the shit. Let me go sit down in the basement, cool off for a minute. Don't come down here with me because now you starting some shit. So let me come down, cool off, process my thoughts, my wording, and then we can come back and do this and that. And now one thing I told myself too is never go to bed angry. Never. Like, never go to bed angry. Just no matter if you gotta talk it out, never go to fucking sleep angry. That way you don't gotta wake up in the morning, none of that shit, or you ain't gotta worry about getting killed in the middle of the night. You sleep, you feel what I'm saying? You don't never know how much you might piss somebody off though, you know what I mean? Like tonight might be the night, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, so you just gotta talk it out, hash it out, and also just be adults. Be adult, because the same way I feel like people like, I do this and I'm like, well, you don't do it to your job. You don't go to your job and be like, I do this, you better pay me this. You shouldn't do a relationship. You better be like, I do this. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it in a relationship. You should treat your relationship not as a job, but respect it as a job. Like, it is a job. You already clocking in 24/7 a day. So, you know what I'm saying? Be the best worker you can be in a relationship. Be the best balancer. Like, because nobody goes to work and be like, I'm about to quit. No, you don't. You go in there, I'm about to quit. No, I'm clocking in.
I had my day.
Right.
I'm running to work now. It's my last day in this bitch.
You know what? By the end of the day, you be like, it's not so bad. You know what I mean? Not so bad.
Like, let a nigga say something. I'm like, this motherfucker, I'm gonna take this bitch up.
Yeah, but also at the end of the day, you be like, I need that job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So treat your relationship like that job. Like, I need it.
Man,
It's something that I want part of my life. Like, And if I'm going to be the CEO of this motherfucking relationship, and the partner's gonna be, the CEO too, and build them shit. It's like business partners. Just because, I don't agree with your idea, I don't agree with your idea, don't mean you're gonna break the business partner up because you've been making this money for a long time. Let's come back to the table and renegotiate some shit.
That sounds about right. But
Yeah.
okay, so could anybody renegotiate you into thinking about marriage? Like, you love this bitch, shit been going well for 7 years.
No.
This bitch wanna get married just because she want it. Would you even put up a? What would be your compromise in the sense of a woman who wants marriage, but you really still want to be with this woman? You know that that's not okay with you. She know that's something she really want. What would be a middle ground that you're willing to?
That's a great question.
It ain't
Like, what would be a respectable middle ground?
It ain't be no middle ground. It would just be me saying, I'll do it. Ain't no convincing it.
Would you be happy in it though?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Would you try your best to
Yeah, because
make it
like I
work?
said, I already said, if I was to get married, I would want the most extravagant shit. I ain't talking about no just.
Yeah, but I'm talking about afterwards, after the merge. Like, would you?
Well, fuck it, I'm locked in there on the side, my fucking seal on that
He
motherfucker.
about to say your soul. I done sold my soul.
I put my hand
You got
up
me.
in there.
You got me, devil.
This person got rights over your body after you die. Like,
I don't
seriously.
give a fuck about that. I ain't there. I can't do shit about it. I can't do shit about it at that point.
Your family kid.
Yeah.
Alright, but fight it
But
out.
that's how you, because you can also have your will to have certain shit. Your will
Yeah,
is your
that's
last
true.
right. It's literally the last right.
So then we have an answer to our problem.
She gonna be mad as shit and after you die. You left it to who?
I say shit, left to all the kids. Don't worry about it. It's cool.
Nigga, them ain't my kids.
Yeah. Left to all.
Why your other kid got more than our kid? Look, man, I knew
That
them
time, bitch, I'm dead.
Like, I knew them first.
Shit.
I knew them first.
Man, you said my son got my name. I gotta fuck with him. Our kids cool. But they ain't him, no.
That's-
Joker, I only got one. And, I think my baby mother gonna keep it that way for a while. 'Cause
I
don't
wonder
wanna
if
deal
it's
with
like,
it.
I wonder what the correlation between marriage, black men, and black women is. I heard so many black men say exactly what you said. Like, exactly.
I think my thing,
Is it like a lockdown thing? Like you feel trapped?
No, it's not that. It's
probably.
It's like, to me, it's like, I do the history of merge and all this diamond ring shit was just literally invented not too long ago. And
But you know, rich white men, them niggas get married about 4, 5, 6, 7 times. They don't be getting a fuck for real, for real.
Yeah.
If I let them married, I think this is a thing. Like probably from the past, a lot of people didn't see their mothers and fathers married, so and it ain't really something we desire for real, for real. But we do have a friend's parents are married, and you know what I'm saying, like he don't like relationships realistically. It's like don't even like relationships.
He don't even like commitment. Fuck relationships, commitment.
Like at all. If so, it's more so of an open type thing. So I really don't know for real. It's just like personally, a lot of us haven't seen it. And if we have, probably hasn't been the best representation of it either. And I think it come maybe some other races and religions, like the man do got more control over their partner for sure.
They for sure.
Like I say,
do,
you know what I'm
Or
saying?
the cultural background, these women already know how to do certain
Yeah,
things.
don't
Was
they?
taught
Or
certain-
they already
But
whatever.
you know, it's crazy that everybody think that black women are like I seen this one TikTok and it was a white lady talking about how like black men who date white women are only with the white women because they want her to be like this docile, silent, submissive woman.
Some
And
people
they
want
like
that.
black women are free. They don't have that expectation put on them. But we don't view it like that. Like I don't view that as like a space of freedom. And I also don't view them women being controlled in the sense of what they wear, what they're to being told to be saying, or you know how they live their life should be controlled. I think that everybody should have the same amount of like freedom to make a choice if they want to. But I think that black women should still be allowed to be taken care of in a sense without the expectation that her freedom should be
I
taken
think
away.
there's a difference, but I don't look at it as a negative because I don't want somebody that can just like
Control.
tell that you do what I say. But that's why I say like I know personally I couldn't control none of the women I've been with. Like I know that for sure. But you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I try to control it, but you try to like, hey, man, chill out. You know what I'm saying? No. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like I don't really know. I can't really say nothing because I know white women get wild and shit.
They fuck all your friends. Why don't you tell you about it?
They fuck all their friends. They probably fuck your pet. Oh shit! I should have.
Yeah, it's much.
But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like other than white women, but you got the other. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people, they ain't gotta worry about they women. You know what I'm saying? Get on Instagram and shit, they women twerking. But I don't give a fuck personally. But I'm just saying that's certain things that niggas don't want. And niggas don't want, but they know I probably can't.
That's like that Freaknik documentary.
I can't tell.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to say, don't put that shit out. Like,
that's
my life, cuz. Oh my God.
Niggas talk about that. You better watch all y'all mamas on that motherfucker. But that's what I'm saying. Like, but you know, they got the white, them white women, they got their little shit too. So, you know what I'm saying? It ain't Freaknik, motherfucker, whatever the raves called.
You got the Coachellas, the raves, all that shit.
Whatever them joints called, motherfucker Woodstock. But, you know, I mean, I feel probably like it all depends. Like niggas probably do want to have control in a sense. To a certain extent, everybody probably want control to a different level. Like maybe I don't want you doing this, that, and the third out here, but you gonna do that shit anyway. Whether I tell you to or not. And that's cool.
I just also think go back
certain
to
people cool with certain
No, I just
shit.
think it goes back to the culture, right? Because they destroyed our culture. You know what I'm saying? They destroyed our culture. They destroyed like the black Americans. You gonna deal with that shit like any other like other black race, like the Africans, the Jamaicans. Like you have literally like this is this is what women are supposed to do technically, and this is what men are supposed to do. But also they men on the high standard, they do. African men go get that bag. You feel what I'm saying? They go get the bag. They go work this amount of hours. They do this and that. And you got the black Americans who also like, I might just be on the block. I might just be hustling. And you also got the guys who are just regular fucking guys who are just trying to make a way. And I feel like that some race of women just be like, oh, you're not doing enough. You're not doing the right way. I do need a dope boy. I do need this. And you're like, damn, I tried the right way. Like, I tried to get this 9 to 5. All the time you still say not enough. So that dude, pride is the worst thing you can do to a man. Like, destroy the pride, you destroy the fucking king. You destroy the king. Like, you ain't gotta kill him. This motherfucker killing himself inside because he's prideful and that shit hurts. Like, I've been told I have not been shit. Probably from parents, from siblings, that shit hurts. Like, even from teachers, you ain't gonna be shit. Like, god damn, I ain't even get a chance to be nothing. Or I'm still trying to be something, you know what I'm saying? Then we also gotta realize we had that setback. It is a real setback. It's a setback. So we can't, you know what I'm saying, like they really set us back to the point we still can, like PG County, the most wealthiest black county, you know what I mean, in America, and still got some savage shit out here. Like still, like it doesn't matter. You got $1 million homes across the street, all types of shit, but that shit still don't matter because the mentality is fucked up, you know what I mean? So you might get a guy who do have the money, but you also gotta realize that shit can become controlling and powerful. Same for the black woman. When the way they got the black woman catapulting the black man right now, they are making the bag. So when she do tell you to sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up as a man, you be like,
Shit, I feel like a lot. I feel like nowadays black women want to get married less because a lot of them are making more money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think that's true though, because I think it's about like, what do I as a woman, and now that it's a kind of an even playing field with me, I have to work just as hard as you, or I gotta go to school, work 3 jobs, do all this shit just so I can change the fucking curse. I can break this generational curse as a black woman, but at the idea, it's like, damn, in the midst of this, I have to dodge getting pregnant, dodge getting in an abusive relationship with a guy who don't even have, like, who's trying to, like, control me in a negative way. Well, not even in a negative, just somebody trying to control me.
Make you something you're not.
Yeah, it's like I have to go through all of these different battles. At times, I tell myself, you know, if it comes to the point where I can't get the relationship that I feel like I deserve, meaning somebody who could take care of me mentally, physically, emotionally, to where I could just fall into a trust pattern with you where I don't have to be the man and I don't have to make the decision. That shit is hard. I don't want to do it, but I have to do it because if I don't do it, then the fucking generation fall. This is like what it seems like. Mm-hmm. The fucking generation of people just fucking falls. If black women don't strive to go higher and higher and higher to try to pull the generation up. That's what it looks like and that's what it feels like. So it just get to the point where bitches be like, fuck it, I ain't gonna have no fucking kid. And some bitches might want the kid. They might want to have that whole process, so they be like, fuck it, I want the relationship. I'm cool with, you know, getting my money, traveling the world, getting a nice home where I can be secured in, and I can move move on. If a black man comes along at that point and he got something too, that's cool too. That's what the point. We got to the point where we not the angry black bitch no more who looking for the black nigga to be all the be all end all. We have to like move forward. You either going to accidentally have a baby or get in a long-term relationship with a man who also isn't healed himself, also working on like the stuff that you said, and y'all figure that shit out together. Y'all really trust each other and get that shit together, or you have to be alone. That's the hard truth for a black woman who is not out here selling her ass, who not out here just fucking just waiting for a nigga to pay her rent or give her something, or she not on food stamps and welfare majority of her fucking adulthood. That's the reality of a woman who really like has to have to work and still been through a lot and still have been traumatized and still try to come and support, maybe be a shoulder for a black man to cry on, because that's all she know is black men. So I feel like that's the hardest part. It's like, damn, do I come and I like, you know, I hope that I find a black man that's gonna help me carry this burden of the world that's gonna both our back? Or do I keep carrying the burden right now? Because, you know, it's a lot. Like, do I keep carrying the burden until I get to the point where I'm well enough and then this man will eventually come along? Like, it's kind of like those, like the two options. Now, being a miserable bitch is not an option for me. I'm not trying to be crying around niggas ain't shit, honing in on the negative experiences I had with men, because I got brothers, I got a father, you know, I got a younger brother, I got nephews. These are men that want to see a positive woman in their life. So, with that being said, I can't hold on to the fact that I've been hurt in different ways. Then I'm like, yo, I have to be the fucking aunt. Gotta be the rich auntie bitch that just gotta get her shit together.
I got my nephews.
Get a degree, so yeah, come on, let's just run there. So let's go on a vacation right fast. And that's how I'm gonna fix my, yeah, like, that's what I be thinking sometimes, because it's like, yo.
I get that though. I just feel, you know, there's a lot of unhealed people connecting and fucking each other up worse. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, therapy, I feel like I need that, but that's not something that we probably do. Like, we just talking to a stranger about our issues, like, and I'm man, like, what the fuck you gonna do for me, realistically? But I guess sometimes it might be a little different talking to somebody without, maybe they don't have any judgment regarding what you're going towards. If I talk to my friend about my baby mother, they know them personally, so their opinion ain't gonna, may not be, you know what I'm saying, like, open. It might be biased. You know what I'm saying? He might have had a bad experience. Yeah, fuck y'all. Fuck what you talking about. The bitch tripping. Blah, blah, blah. As opposed to maybe a therapist is like giving you a reasonable solution because they don't have a horse in the race or whatever type situation. But I mean, realistically, I don't know. People think maybe we can heal ourselves for real. I think that's how I think we feel like we can heal ourselves, or maybe if I don't think about it, I'm over it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But something could trigger you.
I think it's the part of the fact we don't trust each other, and it do take each other to heal. Like, it's going to take black men and black women supporting each other in some type of way. Can't fuck financial, because money is not, that's just not.
It don't even have to be romantically.
Yeah, like, we gonna need each other to support. Brotherhood gotta stem deeper than just, you know, friendship. Sisterhood can't be ended based on dumbass arguments or men, or like, it gotta get so deep of a connection where we really start supporting each other. Even if y'all start out a group of 6 men who once a month came together one Friday, y'all block out 5 fucking hours where y'all get some weed, y'all drink whatever y'all drink for water. If it's water, if it's liquor, wine, whatever the case is, and y'all sit in a room like this with no cameras, nobody listening, no women around, and y'all just really just talk. Get some question cards. Pull up the question cards and just pass that shit around. Talk about men shit at first, or whatever that case is, until y'all get eased up to talk. Because it's going to always be 6 niggas. Going to be one nigga that don't even feel safe enough or comfortable enough to speak up. And then he going to see over a consistent amount of time that, damn,
like, my problems right now is really a bit worse than y'all problems.
I'm going through that shit too. Like, first thing, he might not speak up, but after a while, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that happened to me too, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, no funny, you know what I'm saying? Like, at first, I didn't want to say shit. Like, you know, me personally, I feel like I'm the open friend. Like, if something going on with me, I'm gonna tell my nigga. I don't care.
Yeah, I know. I'm the close one.
I'm gonna tell
nigga, stay. You alright? I'm good. How you doing, bro?
Well, looking constipated in the face.
I cry in front of my niggas and all that. I don't give a fuck.
That's good though.
I don't fuck. I love these niggas. I don't care.
That's good.
I tell him I love him too. You know, fuck her around.
That's a healthy way to live.
Man, them my niggas, you know how I look at it like, you know what I'm saying? I done lost the closest people to me, you know what I'm saying? I love if you close to me, I'm gonna tell you I like you, you know what I'm saying? I don't know when the last time I'm gonna see you. For real.
That's why I just tell niggas you love them. Like, I had one, like my man Pesos, like he was one of the first motherfucking friend that told me I love you. I was like, hey, what, bro? Like, what the fuck you talking about? You love me? Nigga, I fuck with you too, bro. Like,
You my nigga,
right? I fuck with you too. To the point, every time we get the phone, she's like, I love you, bro. I love you too, bro. You say, boo, boo, boo.
Yeah, like no funny. My uncle, he was changing my brakes, you know what I'm saying? Like a couple weeks ago. And I was just saying, like, bro, I ain't never had nobody teach me no shit like this. You know what I'm saying? That's my father brother and shit. So they was close as shit. But man, we always talk, but we kinda like recently like that. Like I did fix my brake, dial me up, I hugged the nigga like nah, I love you, cuz like for real, like you teaching me shit I ain't never learned. But you just did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I tell my uncle, I love you, nigga, for real. Like, no bullshit, man. Like, you doing shit I wish I had, like, growing up. I got 4 older brothers, bro. Like, I get it, though. I get it now because I'm older. Like, my brother, one of them, like, 15 years older than me and shit. And I'm thinking about it. I'm 5, he's 20. Motherfucking ain't no conversation with me, whatever. Like, what the fuck you talking about anything? But
till you get older,
that don't matter though, cause like one of y'all niggas like, oh y'all my big brothers, like nigga, I had taught myself how to talk to girls, how to play sports, and that's also why I say like when I put my niggas on to something, I'm just trying to be what I never had for real, cause shit I needed it. Like I said, I grew up not knowing what the fuck I want to do, whatever, cause I ain't had no fucking influences male wise, so. I was with my mother all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to be like her, but you know what I'm saying? But I was with my mother all the time. I ain't had no males around, so when I connected, like I had males in my life, it was either niggas my age or younger than me. So I felt like with certain ones, like I'm gonna pass game down if I can. You know what I'm saying? Cause niggas might need that. Like where I'm from, it was weird. Cause when we was doing podcasts, it was like. We was with 2 niggas who grew up with their mother and their father, but they were the outlier. Everybody else couldn't relate to that shit. Like we looking at them like they weird, cause they grew up with both parents. Like bruh, that shit just wasn't the norm with none of my niggas for real. So yeah, man, shit. That's why I say shit be fucked up. Like people don't really look at certain shit. Like the littlest thing can affect me, but you might not see it, notice, or think it's nothing. Like I've been alive in my son life longer than now than my father was alive in my life.
Yeah.
So that really means something to me. But to the average person, oh, I'm just a nigga with a 3-year-old. But I know my father died when I was 3. I know how many months, I know how many days I was when my daddy died. I know how many months and days my son is now, you know what I'm saying? I like belittle shit. For real. It may not mean nothing to nobody else, it mean the world to me. For real.
I was like, same thing, like you're saying, like same thing I promised my son. I said, man, I could go dabble with this and get this money, but if it's going to lose my freedom and that portion in this world, then I know how much this shit's going to take away from me giving you the game. Like, I had like one day I told my father, he was like, I was making $5,000, $10,000 a day. I was like, where the fuck is the money at? Where the fuck is the money at? Where the fuck did you do with the money? Like, why you ain't putting it away? Why you ain't using that with the money? Like, he was cranking. Like I said, the crack caker was real. He was out there doing the same shit.
But at the same time, he might not, you know what I'm saying? I don't know your grandfather, but I'm saying.
Oh, he had 2 parents too, though.
But I'm saying, even then, just because your parent dead don't mean they.
My dad had both his parents.
I'm saying, it don't mean they giving you what you might need. They might, as a parent, we might tell our kids to do what we feel like we need to tell them to do it. We feel like the same way our mother, you know what I'm saying? So we grew up with our mother's telling us what they think we need to know. But personally, it's not what me as a person needs. You know what I'm saying? And we probably don't know how to express that. And they women, realistically.
Well, I wish I would have been a doctor or a lawyer now.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, look though, they women, so they probably can't tell us certain shit because they don't know. They can't tell us how to be man. My mother used to be mad. She's like, I'm your mother, I ain't your father. I just tell you, not my father, bro. Like, you the greatest mother you can be.
Yeah.
But you're not my father. And you can't be my father. Like, and you don't know what it is to be a man.
Yeah, cause so my father didn't
She
want
started to understand that shit as I got older, but like she used to get mad at her. But I'm just like, bro, I'm not insulting your motherhood, bro. You just not my father. You feel me?
Yeah, that's the road. I be like, so my father came home, like, he came home. I was in middle school. That's when I called, hey, this bitch tripping. This my mother, dude. Like, she tripping. First thing he tell me, you wildin' out. That's your mother, da da da. I'm like, oh, bro, you ain't taking my side. What the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? But why I call you for? I didn't call you no more, but I started calling him more and more. He's been a man about this shit. Not like trying to be my friend. I'm like a man about it. Like, she doing this, she did this, she did this, she did this for you. Like, even one day I tried to fake run away. This nigga came, was like, let the nigga leave. I left. Walk around the block, knock on the door. I can't do this homeless shit. I'm bad, I fucked up, whatever. Cool. I need to lay that down, play some games or some shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's cold out here.
All it took me one drink on the block. I was like, yeah, it's not for me. Yeah, I might put myself out. That was stupid. No, man.
That is motherfucker run away from home with the motherfucking joint over your shoulder and shit.
Came right back. I was like, yep, roll left for me.
Nah,
I can't do
they
that.
say as a father though, man, you know what I'm saying? That shit hard when you haven't had a father. So it's just like you learning as you go. But then you gotta learn your kid too. It ain't just about you.
You got two different genes in the ass too. You got the mother and father gene. You don't know whose side you about to pick up on when you about to trigger.
Yeah, but you know certain shit, you be like, fuck, that was me.
Damn. Move my
Like this nigga. She was like, yeah, my son might get the Kirk, and I'd be like, remind me of somebody.
let me talk to you for a minute. What's wrong with you?
Like, bro, like my son is different. I know what he got from me though. This nigga got ran over by a car. This nigga walking the next day. That was me. I used to get fucked up. He'd tell you, man, you might have hit trees, all type of shit. I slid under car. I got hit by a car. My son tough as shit. I love that nigga. I said, I'm glad you got that from me, if nothing else, nigga. Walk away from that. But it's just like the personalities, you know what I'm saying? People are their own people. Like, I say we could have 3 kids. None of them motherfuckers gonna act nothing alike. So that's why I'm saying, that shit would be difficult, man. Real talk. Should we go on? What y'all wanna say? Y'all wanna say something, wrap it up for me?
Hell yeah, man.
Definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, I feel
Definitely
like
enjoyed this, man.
this right here
You got
was,
us back to like this is how we started, like just talking, man.
this right here was like definitely an eye
This
opener,
was
too. Like
this was like a little therapy session.
Yeah.
If I must say so myself.
Because it's like also you got a strong black woman right here who actually knows what she want, and you ain't, and it's like
she knows
even
she doesn't want
yeah,
it.
she doesn't want to, so it's like it's not always you see that's portrayed on TV or the conversation that was not fucking trying to build as a people. You know, it's still the woman that's being woman and trying to do the same shit, and it's for the men. We also need women like you in the world to be like, look, this is what I want. This is my standard. Instead of having the low standards for men, because niggas gonna go low, they gonna go high. I'll tell you
I feel
right
like
now.
black people as a whole do get a bad rap. So
Yeah.
like when I was saying the free when black women be free, I wasn't really trying to say that as in a negative way. Cause sometimes, cause I was saying sometimes be free. I did say nigga, you know, say girl shaking her ass. You know, sometimes she might need to shake her ass, man.
But dancing is a
She
spiritual
might
release,
need to shake her ass. You know what I'm saying? I just want to clarify that. Like, sometimes they want to be free. Like, nobody's a slave. That's why I was saying, like, false control. Like, you know what I'm saying? People might need to express themselves in different ways. So her being free and not being controlled, it just may not mix with you. But there are people that is okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I was going with that. Like, but people are people. But I know, like, black women, I see on the internet, they kind of do talk. Like if a nigga fuck with white women, he'd say something bad about black women instead of just enjoying them white women. Like, you can enjoy your white women without, you know what I'm saying, talking down to the next. But, you know what I'm saying, the shit that they say, like, maybe black women are defensive because some of the shit they go through. You know what I'm saying? You can't really blame people. You don't really know the overall behind that shit. Shit don't be easy. Like, a lot of them have to raise kids by themselves or all that. Like, it's different shit. Like I said, my mother personally raised me by herself, cause you know what I'm saying, she had to. What the fuck else was she gonna do? You know what I'm saying? A lot of women are in that same situation, so you know I try not to put my baby mother in that situation.
Man, 1 in a
So I
million is
wanna-
right. 1 in a million in the world.
I want to stay alive, stay healthy. So Shorty ain't gotta do it by herself. So my son don't grow up how I grew up without a dad, and even have to search for no male figure to look up to. He can look up to his father for real, and everything.
And I appreciate y'all. I really appreciate y'all perspective because y'all said a lot of stuff that men probably have told me, but I didn't hear them properly. Like, I can honestly say that happens often. Like you said, like, I don't understand sometimes what men's mindset is like. That's why I try to listen hard. Like, y'all just made me realize.
And we got 2 different perspectives. on shit.
Yeah, like maybe y'all made me realize I need to listen a little harder. Because even with me being curious about it and open to listening, I can do a little bit more in a sense of helping my community. Because if I see a black man and, you know, he need my help, I'm willing to give it to him.
Yeah, nah.
So, I feel like-
we need to do that as black men too. Like the young, sometimes even if it's hard, if we can find one, you know what I'm saying, young nigga who like we can change.
She's
You know what I'm saying? It matters, you know what I'm saying? Because he could change more lives also. And you know what I'm saying? This is just like a trickle down effect. We change some young ladies' lives too. Like, it ain't just about the young men. Also, like, everybody matters for real.
Yeah.
In the community, man. So, real life, just, I'm gonna do the best I can for real.
Don't we all? And it's been the Unpleasant Thoughts podcast. Your boy Slider Got No Lie.
Shampoo, aka Big Shampoo.
And Queen Talks.
And make sure you
That's
want to
been
follow
my
her on her
podcast.
Follow
podcast.
her, man.
Follow her. Appreciate you.
Great conversation.
Unpleasant thoughts.
Yes, sir.